what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' was cracking this deep. About to react to this TroyceTV vid. It's titled Cardi B exposes why everyone is broke and how celebs have it so bad. Damn. I mean, this has been a sentiment that has been shared recently. Basically, people saying these celebrities, they're just famous. They don't really be having money like that. So yeah, let's hear what she has to say. Let's watch.
Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's Destin Choice and you're watching TroyceTV.
Yeah,
so in today's video, I decided to get on here and discuss what happened with Cardi B getting on TikTok live and basically address the fact that a lot of influencers are losing out on money and why a lot of your favorite celebrities are losing out on money.
Oh, and I'm gonna give y'all some tea right now. Right now, I'm gonna let y'all influencers know some tea right now. Right now, that's going on. The economy is bad. The economy is bad. If y'all notice and if y'all go to a lot of artists, fuck influencers. If you go to a lot of artists, a lot of artists are not getting brand deals right now. Brands are broke right now. Oh. Brands are broke. So y'all are competing with artists when it comes to getting money. So you want to know something? These brands are going to lowball you. They're not even giving artists fucking deals right now. Right? It's broke. The economy's fucked up right now.
Cardi B made it abundantly clear that the reason why a lot of your favorite entertainers and influencers are completely waning out and doing all these ventures and trying all these things is because a lot of them are losing money because a lot of brands are losing money. I mean, Red Lobster is talking about closing down a whole bunch of their businesses.
All right, so Red Lobster is reportedly shutting down nearly 50 of its 650.
Actually, no, I don't. They not the smartest because they got this biscuit mix. It tastes exactly like their Cheddar Bay biscuits. If you ever are in a grocery store and you see that box of biscuits, buy it, buy it, buy it. When you bake those biscuits, they taste just like the ones in the restaurant. That ain't very smart. Because usually, you know, when you go to the frozen section and you get all of these food products that are supposed to be like the original in the restaurant, they usually don't taste nearly as good. They taste like a bootleg version of what the real thing is, but no, not those biscuits. Listen, trust me.
There are restaurants across the country. Restaurant Liquidator.
The shape and size gonna be fucked up, but that don't matter. Who cares? the taste is the same.
Tag X Brands announced yesterday will hold an online auction Monday through Thursday.
So yeah, I don't care if they go to be honest.
Featuring kitchen equipment,
as long as they keep making
and
those
furniture from the shuttered Red Lobster restaurants.
In the box.
Let's also talk about the fact that Walgreens recently came out and said that they're shutting a lot of their shit down very soon. And let's also talk about the fact that Walmart is closing over 100 fucking stores.
I know Walgreens is still around.
Really, really bad because a lot of people are struggling financially. I mean, look at artists. Artists are having it the worst. I mean, you have people selling like 12,000 units their first week, a couple thousand units their first week.
Yeah,
a lot of people are not supporting a lot of their favorite entertainers and artists.
The economy is bad. If y'all notice and if y'all go to a lot of artists, fuck influencers. If you go to a lot of artists are not getting brand deals right now. Brands are broke right now.
Honestly, I don't really give a fuck what Cardi B has to say. Like, it does cringe to have to say this like that, but like that, I don't give a fuck. And the reason I don't give a fuck, because where the fuck was your antennas when you was over here telling us who to vote for, who we should vouch for?
Kill somebody that doesn't have a weapon on them, you go to jail. You know what? If I kill somebody, I gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail too. That's what I want.
And what should we do? And this the same politicians where she was like, oh God, I want free health care. Oh God. These are the same motherfuckers who are funding a whole war, sending millions of dollars to different countries, causing inflation to go up at a high rate within the United States.
This boho should be tangling.
This is the same motherfucker who wants to sit around and be like, I'm not voting this year. I'm not voting this year, after she put a lot of her influence on a certain party who obviously disappointed. And a lot of that stems from the fact that people are sick and tired of celebrity culture and influencers. And mostly, people are tired of influencers because they make a whole bunch of money, they flex their nice clothes, they flex their nice penthouses, and then eventually they switch up, they act stink, they have bad attitudes, and then, Lord and behold, they get on the internet begging for money and sympathy. And a perfect example is this. The YouTuber Jason Nash, whom we all know for being a part of the Vlog Squad with the David Dobrik vlog crew on YouTube, basically is going broke on the internet right now. The ads aren't hitting like they used to. The brand deals aren't kicking in no more. So now he's been getting on TikTok live and begging for people to send him gifts and send him money so he can basically pay his rent and support himself with his luxurious lifestyle in Los Angeles.
Come on, guys. Gotta get something bigger than that. We need a dyno. Official Haunted Beauty.
So on TikTok, if you go live, people can send you little gifts, which can then be exchanged for money. And some of these gifts are worth up to $1 to $2 to even $100. And if you have enough people in your live stream, that can translate to probably thousands of dollars. Now, this man spent most of his YouTube career following around a 20-year-old who had over 10 million subscribers on YouTube, right? And he spent most of his time driving Corvettes, being this dude's personal assistant, being his personal little content mule and everything, just for him to literally squander all that money. And now he's begging on TikTok for donations. And what's even more pathetic about this man in his 50s was over here, because his acting career never popped off, making a whole fool of himself. He literally used to go around wearing wigs and shit and doing dumb shit for content just to impress his little 20-year-old and his little 12, 13-year-old audience.
By making my friends dress as women. I'm having a sexual identity crisis. And I'm forcing my friends to get
David
I would like to see if you get
so
to fat parties dressed as girls.
Tom, I actually would hook up with you.
Tom, you look like 85% of the girls you hook up with.
Hey man, I appreciate what you do for my videos as much as the next guy, but shaving in my car isn't the nicest thing to do. You're very pretty.
Thank you.
And it's shit like this that makes a lot of people not want to support influencers because, I mean, you were making millions of dollars. You had over 1 million subscribers, were raking in millions of views, got major brand deals for your podcast and your YouTube channel, and you expect people to feel sympathy for you by you getting on live stream on TikTok embarrassing yourself. It's just not a good look. And this is why a lot of people are just disgusted and fed up with influencers because they want donations to fucking pay their rent for their luxury $4,000 a month condos that they don't need to even live in. People are so fed up with influencers that now people are calling for a boycott for a lot of influencers and celebrities because during this pandemic, a lot of these influencers were so quick to tell you, vote for this or get the jab and get vaccinated and, you know, do this and go get the COVID vaccine and all this stuff. And these are the same people that don't give a fuck about regular working class 9-to-5 workers who had to go on strike because they were struggling financially. I mean, now you see this whole mass exodus of people trying to literally say, fuck influencers, we're not supporting them. And you can see it in the ticket sales, the album sales, and the fact that a lot of influencers just aren't doing as well anymore compared to the way they were doing 5 years ago. Because people are sick of these fucking people.
I also am a firm believer that we need to add influencers to this mass block list. Because for someone like me, I stopped following celebrities like 2 years ago. And I said this in a video that I made when people were going back and forth with influencers about speaking out about certain things. And I said, instead of being in their comments and giving them the engagement, instead of resharing their videos, and instead of helping to boost their platform, block them and stop giving them the engagement, because the only way that they make their money is through the engagement that we give them. You want to sip your little Starbucks? Okay. You want to go to Disney? Fine. You want to support a squad? I hope you enjoy it while it lasts.
And to be honest with you, I don't blame society. To be honest with you, when people ask me what I do for work, I don't even tell them I'm an influencer. I don't be like, oh yeah, I'm an influencer. Yeah, I'm a content. I don't tell them that because it's the most cringe-worthy, most embarrassing thing to say now.
I don't say that because I'm embarrassed. Honestly, I say it because what the fuck you in my business for? Why you worry about how I make money? Worry about yourself and you and your job and how you pay your bills. I say I'm in social media marketing, which is actually true, okay, to a certain degree. I have said I've worked for Google in the past, which is also true. So I say things like that because when I do YouTube, what's your channel? No, I'm not giving you my fucking channel so you can look me up and watch me like a weirdo. Can I watch you at your job? No? Okay, cool. We equal. The hell? You're not watching me.
And the reason why I find it kind of cringeworthy and embarrassing to actually call yourself an influencer, in my opinion, is because it has such a negative connotation. Because a lot of times people don't really influence shit other than just throwing it back.
You also don't have to say you're an influencer. You can say I make YouTube videos, or if you're on Instagram, I make content on Instagram. People like saying content creator as well.
On the gram, the fact that everybody pays like $5.
I do social media.
watch you throw it back on OnlyFans. That's not to shame you. That's just the fact that it's so saturated and people have literally hopped on it too much to the point where it's so saturated that most people don't even really respect it as an actual profession. And honestly, I blame short form, quick, easy content like TikTok, where people can get online, spread misinformation, do dumb shit really, really quickly, and then go viral instantaneously. Sit on their asses with their stank personalities, with their yellow walls apartment, expecting instant success and instant brand deals.
They get active, double tap the screen and share live. You guys are always welcome to send gifts as well.
They be like, oh, it seems pretty constant. Good. I need to be consistent. I'm trying to make content.
Bro.
I'm trying to be a social media influencer. That I'm supposed to. It's supposed to be constant. I'm supposed to be raising constantly for different goals.
Exactly.
You're not paying my bills. You're paying for the content.
Exactly.
So, hush, hush.
Oh, damn.
Hush, hush. Like, come on now. Like, y'all playing with me.
Come on, make sure you guys double tap the screen, share live, get active.
When people ask me what I do for work, I usually just be like, oh, well, I work in social media marketing, or I work as social media management, or I work in with cameras. I work in video.
Not with cameras.
With
videographer.
I work in journalism. That's literally what I tell people because of how negative the connotation of being an influencer has become. People think that we're all super rich assholes who drive Lamborghinis all fucking day and are getting all these major brand deals from like Oreo, Vaseline, Skechers, Nike. And look, when I came on the scene, influencers people that you can relate to. Now celebrities are hopping on the bandwagon because nobody gives a fuck about their little dumbass workshop or their dumbass little tour. Ooh. So now they're trying to be influencers and create YouTube channels and podcasts, even though nobody cares to hear them talk about pop culture. But now it's become so cringe because you have a lot of the flex culture where I can't relate to Miranda sitting in her bedroom who grew up with rich parents who's bragging about the fact that all her fans are sending her free shit and money.
Who knew that crying on the internet about your breakup would lead to so many gifts? Not to mention I got my rent paid for the month. Gifts. Oh. Not to mention I got my rent paid for the month. I came home to the most gorgeous bouquet of flowers.
So an influencer got on camera and literally told everybody because she cried about her breakup and her man fucking her over.
Girl, your apartment is not giving $6,500 a month. Well, maybe I just need a better view.
Somebody willingly sent her like $6,000, or her fans sent her like $6,000 to pay her rent for the month. Her rent is literally like $6,000. Can you believe that shit? And that leads to oversaturation, and oversaturation in the market leads to the quality going down. And that's why everybody and their fucking mom wants to get on the internet and be an influencer. And I can't really blame them because people like this make it seem so swift and easy. And because of all the oversaturation, including celebrities trying to integrate themselves in this space, because now they're literally seen at the scene at the same as influencers because now you can go on Twitter or Instagram and buy a verified checkmark to make yourself feel like a celebrity. A lot of these brands aren't cutting the check anymore because they don't know who the fuck is real, who isn't. I mean, you got people literally...
This is a very common thing. I'll be clocking all these people. A lot of people that y'all follow who are popular influencers, they be buying their followers. All you gotta do is look at their follower count and look at their comments and their likes. Their likes and comments don't be matching their followers. They be having like 5 million followers, but they getting like the same number of comments that I'm getting. I'll be comparing like, this ain't adding up. Like, how am I only got 80,000 followers. How do I have more comments and more likes than you? Or we got around the same amount of likes and comments when you got millions of followers. The math ain't mathing. So whenever you see that discrepancy, that's how you know that it's fake. So just compare like them to some other smaller accounts that you feel like have a genuine following. I have a genuine following. So you can compare them to me. And look at their comments and their likes. And if the math ain't mathing, they bought their followers. It's wild. It's very, very, very common.
You buy millions of followers on Instagram, thousands of likes, and buying a whole bunch of comments to make it.
And sometimes you'll also notice they'll buy likes on certain photos. So you'll see one photo that got like 50,000 likes, but then most of their other pictures have like 5,000 likes, 3,000 likes, and you like, wait, this ain't making sense.
So it's really sad and really fucked up that this influencer culture has done nothing but fueled a lot of horrendous narcissism and people who have severe mental health issues. So again, saturation of the market is a big reason why I just don't really give a fuck anymore. I feel like if you're losing out on money and you're begging for money and begging for donations and Cardi B sitting up here saying brands are going broke, then bitch, invest your money, okay? Everybody is capable.
I mean, yeah, invest, but that ain't hitting either right now. My investments are down, okay, on the stock market and on crypto, down. But that's because the economy is just not great right now, and that's what usually happens. People have hit me up asking about that too because I have made a video talking about crypto, and they're like, "Oh, my crypto's no bad, niggas. Mine is too." And I made a post about this on IG, like, nigga, what you think I'm the exception? Like, obviously, I'm doing bad as well. Like, the economy is just not the best. But that's just how it is. The stock market and the crypto market, all that shit goes down as the economy goes down. But when things improve, it goes back up. You just kind of got to wait it out. It sucks, but it is what it is. That's why you shouldn't invest money that you need in a short period of time. Like, never invest, like, your rent money. That's stupid. You're supposed to only invest your disposable money.
Starting a retirement fund on their own. Everybody can literally live below their means, live within their means, and invest their money properly. Even if you don't buy property or buy assets, you can literally downsize, get you a decent car, and utilize all the money you get to take care of yourself. I can't feel bad for any influencers that lose out on everything or fumble the bag because you did that shit to yourself, baby boy. And I see why people are fed up. People are also getting mad at influencers for not speaking about the whole Israel thing with the whole Palestine thing because a lot of influencers aren't using their voice and using their influence. Sheriff 7 also recently got a lot of backlash because she was drinking out of a Starbucks cup and she was grilled because a lot of her fans told her, that's the same company that supports the mass genocide of this particular country. And she basically told people to kiss her ass and go to hell, and she will support and drink Starbucks whenever she feels like it.
He liked the one comment that said, well, he's not a politician, he doesn't have to speak on it. You didn't even have to like that comment. Like, you could have just said nothing. But now people are making
a whole video talking about that.
Speak on it. Or people are liking comments saying, yeah, they don't have to talk about it. They're not a politician. Like, you were just... Wow. Like, you could have just not said anything.
Newsflash, most of these influencers are creeps, weirdos. Most of them are, fucked up in the head due to all the drugs. Some of them are horrible people, narcissistic people. And a lot of these influencers are not your fucking parents. They're not your teachers. They're not police officers. They're not in the military. Like, I don't know what people expect from influencers who don't speak about Israel or Palestine. I don't understand what people expect out of that. And to be honest with you, even the YouTuber Sheriff 7 got a lot of backlash because she gave her opinion about the whole Israel and Palestine thing. And to be real, I'm not mad at influencers for not speaking up because some people just don't have an opinion, aren't educated, or they just don't give a fuck. And people are mad at influencers for that. Like, people were mad at Lizzo because Lizzo made it very clear that celebrities can't do much for y'all. Influencers and entertainers can't do much for y'all. And people gave her shit for that. It was just like, well, you can technically use your influence for a lot. Well, technically, you can build your own brand and your own influence and do a lot for yourself. Influencers and celebrities are not your little puppets that you can toy around. And sometimes they show you that with their actions and their behavior that they don't give a fuck about y'all. And that's why I don't blame people for, like, going on this whole block train or this whole unfollow train of not supporting entertainers or influencers anymore. So that's why a lot of times you see influencers who are just like, well, I don't mean to offend anybody, or, well, what I mean by that is this, or I'm not saying this, stepping on eggshells, because a lot of them are phony as fuck. A lot of them are fake. A lot of them are putting on a whole fucking front to make you think they believe something that they actually don't. A lot of them are getting on the internet, saying things like, yeah, guys, I don't mean that, I'm all about spreading positivity, all while they're sniffing coke off somebody's ass in real life at LA Cardi. And honestly, it's hot as fuck outside. Things are tough for a lot of people. People don't give a fuck about influencers anymore because these are the same influencers that when the whole country is in shambles or the whole world is in shambles and there's people really upset because they can't even pay their bills or they have to strike because their jobs don't want to raise their pay, these influencers were quick to listen to brands tell them to promote the jab in your body. I hate to be that person, but there are a lot of influencers that got reached out. One who even told me she was offered money to promote a fucking jab when that whole jab era came out. And I know that irritates some people about the jabs and the vaccinations, but I was not fucking with that shit at all. I was not fucking with the idea of putting some shit in my body that wasn't even tested for more than just a year. And I wasn't feeling the idea of putting some shit in my body and then also feeling like I had to get booster after booster after booster.
But I didn't even have to do it to travel. I could have faked it.
That is my opinion, my perspective,
I only
my
got
choice.
one though. But
there were entertainers who were just like, go get it, go do this, or go vote blue, go do this, go do like. I can't feel bad for celebrities and mainstream entertainers and influencers who promote shit or were forcing us to like believe in shit just so they can get a nice paycheck. And at the end of the day, money talks. And a big thing about money talking is the fact that a lot of influencers will promote and give you any fucking thing if it means that they can get a type of, upper hand, which means paying off their penthouse or buying their new fancy cars. Another thing I've noticed is a lot of food reviewers on TikTok too. A lot of people are getting fed up with them. Now, a lot of these food reviewers on TikTok have been known to eat the food, spit it out, or show themselves taking like 1 or 2 bites and then throwing the whole food away.
Oh.
And it's sad because a lot of these influencers who do these food review videos are full of shit. And many of them are getting paid like $500 to a couple $1,000s just to review some shit-ass, nut-ass restaurant. You go to these restaurants, try these different foods, try these restaurants that an influencer promoted, and then the food was trash. It was bland, it was overpriced, the fucking burrito was soggy as fuck, it was all moldy and nasty, rat-infested, roaches everywhere, tastes like straight up shit. And I've been a victim of this, where I listened to a TikTok or an influencer promote a place, and the food was trash.
Yeah, that's
so
a lot of listening to people.
You can't really feel bad for some of these people who are now losing everything, because they're just glorified celebrities, except... you know, they're just your normal average Joe who doesn't have a publicist and doesn't really care about integrity. So, yeah, things are changing and people are talking with their dollars and their follows. So it is what it is, and honestly, fuck them. I don't feel bad for anyone that just sits on their fucking ass complaining about the world changing. Honestly, most influencers and celebrities and mainstream entertainers don't make it past 5 years of being really successful and very wealthy. Most of them eventually just have a whole bunch of fame and popularity, and then they just lose it all because most of them don't pay their taxes, most of them make poor decisions, most of them get all types of crazy expenses, and then when their money goes down, they don't realize that they still have to pay those same bills that they had or those same bills that they subscribed to when they were making all types of crazy figures. So that's your fucking fault, bitch. Most of them can't even pay their fucking rent because, Kim, people are dying. But that's all I say on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Kim, people are dying. Yeah, I mean, it's rough out here. You know, I feel like people who work like a regular 9-to-5 job, they think that, oh, it's only hard for them. It's hard for a lot of people out here, you know? So I'm not surprised to hear this, that, you know, influencers are starting to struggle as well. But, you know, hopefully things improve. I feel like they always do. The economy usually recovers. So fingers crossed. Prayers to everyone. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.